All right, we're back, everybody. Let's see how this goes. The point of this video is to go over these 4 things in a demonstration type pattern to show you how the forensic scientists use this information, but just how blood is formed. So hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing here, and you'll get the idea of each one. So number 1, very simple and straightforward, right? The harder and less porous the surface, the less spatter will result. So if you use a hard substance like our good old piece of tin here, okay, so hopefully you guys can see this all right, right? Now, of course, good scientists are consistent, so I used to make you drop this from a set height. That was another one, was the higher the direction of travel, we also, or the higher the drop, we looked at what the spatter looked like at different heights too. It was a fun lab. But anyways, I'll just use this as a example. Boom. Okay, so notice that that drop hit and then kinds of goes back together. Blood is mostly water, and so it's attracted to itself, so we made a spatter that size. Okay, now I've got kind of like some cardstock paper. It's got some texture to it. Okay, trying to stick to the same height to be consistent here. 1 drop. Okay, notice how we've got a porous surface there, and that piece of spatter, we can even measure it if we don't believe ourselves, right? I can eyeball it and see, but pretty much this guy is about, let's see, we've got to line this up to this 0, so it's about 22. This guy is sitting more at 27 centimeters, say, okay? Or millimeters, yes, centimeters, at millimeters, okay? So now we can use our piece of fabric, okay, right here in this spot. And we will hold this guy up to here. Now, of course, as you can see, the more porous and the more time given, right, this is going to spread out, right? When it's on the hard surface, more time, it will regroup, right? So this is starting to continue to spread out even further. And so when we measure this guy, we're sitting at 32, right? So just on a quick demonstration, you can see that, right? The harder, less porous the surface, the less spatter will result. Okay. All right, so let's look at this in terms of droplets, right? If we go straight from above, we get a circle, okay? But if we're coming in from an angle, okay, usually this is the straight thing and then the blood is coming in from an angle, but I will angle the surface, and when we do that, right, we get a different shape, okay? Right, so as you go from 90 degrees, okay, the droplet gets longer, right? And so then you can go all the way back down, okay? So as the angle goes from 90 degrees, or from flat, right, if dropped from the 90 degrees, right, as the angle increases, the longer the shape is, right? Now you can also come up with the direction of travel, right? Normally when you think of the drop, you think it's going the other way. But the skinny end points to the point of origin. Okay, so these drops were coming, oh no, that's not right. Yeah, because I was going like this, right? Yeah. Right, so this shows the direction of travel. Sorry. So the last one I can't really show you because the spatter, but I can draw you a picture to show you that last one, just to give you an idea. If we were working with multiple spatter, right, right, if you had seen some kind of stain where you have multiple spatter, the object is to just know that you just draw a line right through each one of these lines, right? And then once you start to see, oops, right? So then you can say the person was standing roughly in that spot. So that's what the last one is showing you, okay? So I think that covers everything. Just remember direction of travel, right? The pointed end shows which way it is going, right? Which way it came from, right? Is where the fat spot is. Just so you get that. We can take a separate video and go over the math of this, but this is usually like a one-on-one thing where I have to walk you through on different levels, but I'll try to show you that one as well. And of course we saw that and we did that. So that covers those big four. Your assignment for this week is to do the blood and bloodstain evidence objectives, which I will share with you, and then you will complete them and share them back with me for credit. So watch these two videos and I'll share those objectives and you can get to work. Okay, this is Andraco signing off.